This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Thursday, January 8th, 2026. I'm Gary Dick. Indianapolis-based Eli Lilly and Company says it has reached an agreement to acquire San Diego-based Ventyx Biosciences in an all-cash deal valued at around $1.2 billion. Ventyx is a clinical-stage biopharma company that focuses on oral therapies for the treatment of inflammation, a key driver of chronic diseases. Under the agreement, Lilly will acquire all outstanding shares of Ventyx at $14 per share, a 62% premium to the company's average trading price. Denver-based Angi Inc., which has a significant presence in Indianapolis, says it is eliminating about 350 jobs company-wide, in part because of the impact of artificial intelligence. An Angi spokesperson tells IBJ via email the layoffs affect a small fraction of its Indianapolis employees, that the company remains committed to its Indy presence, but declines to say how many Indianapolis employees are affected. With talks about the Chicago Bears considering a move to Northwest Indiana, Hammond residents living near a potential stadium site say the idea brings both excitement and some unease. Kim Binkert, who has lived in Hammond for 5 years after spending 3 decades in Chicago, says a Bears stadium within walking distance of her home would be fantastic.
Any type of major sports team would be beneficial to a certain area, as long as the stadium or the people that come here don't take away from the area. I just don't want that part to change. But other than that, it'd be really great.
From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick, coming to you this week from Northwest Indiana, Jeffersonville, Muncie, South Bend, in downtown Evansville, Terre Haute, Fort Wayne, Richmond, from one of the state's key entrepreneurial and innovation hubs, 16 Tech. Inside Indiana Business, Indiana's business news leader. Ricky Hall has been building businesses in the nutrition and wellness space for more than 2 decades. But Nutrition HQ represents something different, a brand shaped as much by patients and people as by product. Hall launched the concept in Mishawaka in 2015 after stepping away from national franchises, betting that a curated, relationship-driven approach would resonate in a market he's been watching for years. Nearly a decade later, he's looking to grow operations nationally.
What I've learned is a lot of these franchises bring on too many franchisees at the very beginning, and it disrupts their culture. So our growing pain has been finding that right culture or that right person that fits into our business model. Your first 10 are your hardest. It's like they always say, making your first million is the hardest, blah, blah, blah. But finding those first 10 franchisees sets the foundation to get you to the 100 units. And less than, I think it's 17%, only 17% of franchises make it to 100 units. And that's the magic number.
United Powerline Solutions, a provider of overhead electrical distribution services based in the southwest Indiana town of Hobstadt, is under new ownership. New York-based East Coast Power announced this week it has acquired the company, though financial terms of the deal are not being disclosed. The former CEO and manager of Richmond City Employees Federal Credit Union has been sentenced to 2 years in federal prison after pleading guilty to 2 counts of bank fraud. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of Indiana said Wednesday that Daniel Johnson must also pay more than $285,000 in restitution. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.